You're basically a singer for hire. So you could be used for jingles, for doing film and TV soundtracks. You could be demoing songs for songwriters who aren't singers themselves, so they need session singers to come in and actually record the material for them. It could be feature vocals on things like dance tracks where you haven't been involved in the writing process. If you have been involved in the writing, then you are actually artistically involved in the project. If you're a session singer, you're literally someone who comes in, you're paid a fee, your name can or maybe not feature on the track, but you haven't actually contributed creatively to the track. That's the defining difference between an artist and a session singer. And as I said before, doing backing vocals of all various kinds, be it recorded backing vocals on a track or an album, or doing even live backing vocals for people on tour. It's sort of the alternative path to being an artist. It doesn't mean you actually can't do both. Many of my colleagues actually do both, where they pursue the artist path and they help to actually fund their artistic pursuits by doing session singing on the side. It just so happens for me personally that I've only ever been a session singer and not been interested in going the artist path myself. If you're going to make a living out of being a jobbing singer, you're going to have the wide portfolio of strange jobs, little funny paying jobs, all the way through to working with big artists and everything in between. And it's the variety of that I actually really love. I wouldn't have done it for 25 years if it was something that made me unhappy. There are definitely some rather unusual jobs at times. That's without a doubt. I mean, you know, sometimes I've had to do some rather unusual radio campaigns. Like for example, recently I had to sing a radio advert about chlamydia because it was for a sexual health helpline. You know, it's a very important message to get out there in the public, but I didn't kind of realise I would be the singer to do it. So, you know, these are some of the more unusual aspects of the session singer's life. It's fun because it's always different, it's always varied. I never know what the next thing I'm going to be required to do is. I have to bring out all sorts of voices that I don't even know are in there half the time till I'm actually asked to do them. I remember doing a pet commercial once where I was asked, we need to represent fish as part of this pet commercial. Can you gargle in tune? I don't know. I've never been asked to do this before. Well, would you like to go and get a glass of water and see if you can gargle in tune? It turned out I could gargle in tune. And in fact, not only did I do the main melody, gargled, but I also managed to add harmonies to it. And we ended up having what ended up sounding like the Fishy Supremes that featured on this particular radio commercial. So I've got a recording session on Monday, which is for kids products. And I know in that particular recording session, it's going to require me to do quite a lot of sight reading, but sight reading in a character voice. I don't know what those character voices are yet. I will find out on Monday. But trust me, I know I'm going to have to pull out some pretty strange but very fun voices.